Alive and Well is brought to you by Pine Rest Christian Mental Health Services.
If you're the parent of a teen, navigating the world of substance abuse can get pretty tricky. Mariah DeYoung is a social worker and certified advanced alcohol and drug counselor at Pine Rest. She joins us to talk about teens and substance use. Pine Rest is supporting parents who want to help their kids, and it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
This is a tough topic. A lot of families struggle, and they kind of do it in silence and try to do the best they can, and decision making is tough. So you're holding this free conference coming up March 27th. It's Guiding Adolescents Through the Complex World of Substance Abuse. Tell me about the conference.
So we want to open this up to the community, and thank you for having me so we can let people know about this. We will have one in the afternoon for professionals, more towards therapists. We're going to offer some CEUs, that type of thing. But the main one I want to talk about today is the one that we're having in the evening. It's from 5:30 to 7:30 at Pine Rest. And we really want to invite the community, parents, teachers, coaches, anybody who works with kids or has kids in their lives to come in and learn about what is going on with adolescents and substances right now.
Because what is going on? What are you seeing?
Yeah, we're definitely seeing a rise, and it's shifting from what is acceptable and what is the most popular use as preteens to then what does it lead to when they get to be teenagers.
Yeah, that's scary just in itself that it's preteens. Is there a particular substance that is popular? I hate to even use the term. But
So it depends on the age. Usually the younger start with vaping nicotine. And then it switches to marijuana and alcohol as they get older. But we're going to talk about a bunch of different substances. We're going to talk about vaping for sure. We're also going to talk about Kratom, which is something that is able to be bought at the gas station. And
what is it? I don't really even know. Kratom.
Yes, so Kratom is an opiate, and it's pretty easily accessible. And it's definitely something we're seeing a rise. And so we just want to make the community and parents aware of what are the slang terms, what are the emojis on your kids' phones, what do they mean, what are some of those things. And that doesn't mean that all the emojis you see are going to be this, but it can raise some red flags, and we want to make people aware.
Speaking of the emojis, I think we have a graphic to show you that shows all the different emojis. It's important for parents. I'm guessing you would advise always check the phone of your kid no matter what you think, right?
Correct.
But also to understand the way they're communicating with each other is odd.
Yes, it's a whole different language.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so some of these emojis are talking about particular substances, or that a parent is present, or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, it's really talking in code.
Yeah. Now I want to get back to that substance at the gas station that you say is an opiate, and that people can get that?
Yeah, it's a form of that, and we'll talk about that. We're going to do a whole half-hour segment on all the details of that and what it entails. Our nurse manager, Lisa Zirk, is going to be taking that part of it. And then I will also be presenting on how to communicate with your kids and when to communicate and what all that looks like. And then Dr. Talal Khan, our medical director, is also going to be presenting on vaping. And then we purposely want to leave some time at the end because we know there'll be a lot of questions and discussion.
I think vaping is one of those, it was presented as an alternative to smoking. So people were like, oh, yay, at least I'm not smoking. But the vaping, we're learning a lot more about what vaping is doing to people, right?
Yeah, and that it's seen as socially acceptable. So that is where we're seeing the kids start at a younger age. And we just want to make people aware. And then also kind of like with the emojis, the vaping, it looks like highlighters. It looks like different things that are in your kid's backpack. And so we're going to talk about some of those things and what to look for.
And really show them what they look like so that they can see what's at hand. And the talking to your kids part of it, for me, that's a tough. You can sometimes just meet a roadblock just by raising the topic, right?
Yes. So we're going to talk about how do you talk at what different ages? When do you start those conversations? When do you have the conversations when you've seen red flags? And when do you just have the conversations with your kids so that they know that this is a normal topic that we're going to talk about and these are your concerns as parents?
And when do you start that? If preteen kids are already using substances, when in the world do parents begin the conversation?
So I think you should begin it at any point, talking with your children just like you would about anything else in life. But really a lot of my communication points that we're going to talk about is starting at about age 7 and 8.
Wow. Scary but good, I guess. Yeah. Okay, once again, the conference is March 27th at the Pine Rest Postma Center. It's Guiding Adolescents Through the Complex World of Substance Abuse. The session for parents is from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. Register at pinerest.org/complex. We'll put a link to that at 13onyourside.com. Mariah, thank you.
Thank you.